All right, welcome, welcome. Take a minute to put your phones away, and I'll take attendance here. All right, there's a marker. Here we go. All right. Here's a quick plan for today. We're going to start with a little bit of review from last week here, but this is week 17. We got this week and next week, and that is it. All right, so here we go. Here's the plan for today. We're going to do a little bit of review together. There's a Google form for you to complete, and then we got 2 pages on Class Kick. We should be able to complete all of that in class today. Wednesday, short assignment here, and then Thursday, we have a lab again on Thursday, which I think is all 4 pages there. So we should have some, actually no, I think it's 2 pages, and then maybe we'll start kind of like a review or something, or we'll intro something. And then week 18, next week, on Monday, we'll review for the final exam. And then on Thursday, we'll take the final exam. That's it. Okay, and we'll be done. One thing I did want to point out, final exam needs to be taken on your school-issued Chromebook, which I think those of you who are in person, you guys are using all your Chromebooks from school. Virtual students, just to give you a heads up, you do not need to take your final in person, but you need to show up during your designated class time, and you need to be on your Chromebook. If you're on your phone, you won't be able to take it. So make sure that you have your Chromebook charged and ready to go next week, Thursday. And I'll send out reminders on that, but I want to keep you updated. So to review, okay, what I'd like you to do, you can have your Chromebook out. You can use last week, anything from last week, week 16, you can click on anything to pull up to help you. And I also want you, whoopsies. Let me click on this. Oh, it doesn't work for me, I forget. I gotta go through this. You can open up Monday's assignment on Class Kick as well. A lot of our review is going to be similar to what is on our assignment today for Monday 17. These first couple slides, once they pop up, they were, if you remember, they were from our Thursday last week, but we didn't quite get to everything. I think my computer is just slow, hopefully. There we go. All right, these limiting reactant practice problems. Some of you might have gotten some of these all done, but our review is going to have to deal with some of these. So if you have this open as we're doing the review, you might be able to get this done in a very short amount of time. All right, so why don't you grab your whiteboards? I'll come around and drop off some markers for you. Ooh, we're getting low on markers. We got some extras on here. There we go. We should be good now. Go. 3. If you're at the station by yourself, feel free to jump to the station. There's people there. All right. Here's round one. You and the people at your station, you guys are working against each other. You guys are mortal enemies today. All right. So I'm going to give a challenge, and whoever wins that challenge gets to go first. Whoever loses that challenge gets to go last. Usually the last questions are a little bit tougher. Keep track of your own points. So first, here's what I'd like you to do. If you have a pencil, I want you to compare how much eraser you have left on your pencil. Whoever has the most eraser, they get to go first. If you don't have a pencil, you automatically go last. Or if you have no eraser, you go last. Check your eraser. Uh-oh. All right. Whoever had the most eraser, you get to go first here. First round, all I'm going to do is I'm going to write an equation up here, and I want you to balance it. I want you to balance it. That's it. Okay, first one. Here we go. Let me just make sure I get this one right. Cu plus Ag and that's an NO3. Kind of sloppy. You need to find the coefficients that go in those blanks, those four numbers. You have a limited amount of time. Ready? Go. And virtual students, when I call time, you can put your answer. Just the the four numbers is fine. Just put that in the chat. Five seconds. Time. Show me your board. Show me your boards. All right. Good, 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 good. You should have. Well, let me change color here so it stands out. 1, 2, 1, 2. If that's what you had, give yourself a point. All right, person with the second longest pencil eraser. You're next. Balance this equation. All right. Ready, go. Seven seconds. Time. Show me your board. Show me your boards. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Good, good. This one's a little bit tougher. Put it in the chat here. Excellent. This one here, we got 2, 9, 6, 6. All right. Tough one is you're going through 1, 3, 3, but then you can't get this one balanced. So remember that trick. All right. If you have everything balanced except for one thing, all right, and because we have odd O's over here, and we can't get an odd O over here because it's always going to be times 2. Double everything, and then it should work out. So it should be 2, 9, 6, 6. If that's what you had, give yourself a point. All right. Last person, shortest eraser. I want you to balance this one. Here we go. There we go. Don't forget, a lot of these are on your worksheet for today. The first couple pages on Class Pick. So as you're doing it here on the whiteboard, you get parts of it done on Class Pick as well. Just to be clear, this is an H. 8 seconds. Time. Show me your boards. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. All right. This one was tougher. This one was tougher. 4, 5. 4, 6. Another tougher one where you had kind of most things balanced except for O's. Okay, big thing here. Don't forget about doubling. Okay, and do the O's last. Okay, because O's show up kind of all over the place here. So do those O's last. So balance your N's, balance your H's. You're going to find your O's don't quite balance. Then you double everything, and then you should be able to balance it from there. All right, here we go. Round 2. Round 2, a little bit more difficult. Person who gets to go first in this round. Okay, I'm going to give you 20 seconds. And I want you to write down on your whiteboard as many different shoe brands as you can think of. Shoe brands. Ready, set, go. Three seconds. Time. Count them up, compare them with the people at your station. Whoever has more shoe brands, they get to go first. All right, round 2 here. Round 2. Whoever had the most shoe brands, you get to go first. In this round, not only you may have to balance, okay, and some of these might have been questions from round 1 that you might already have them balanced, okay? So not only will you have to balance, you'll have to find the limiting reactant as well. All right, so here we go. Most shoe brands person, you are first. Okay, so there's the equation. We have, what is it here? 7 moles of O2, and I think it's 4 moles of C3H6. I want you to not only balance, well, you're going to have to balance. You need to tell me which one here is the limiting reactant. Which one is the limiting reactant? Ready, go. So in the chat, virtual students, you can just put the limiting reactant when I call time. Three seconds. Time. Let's see your boards here. Which one is the limiting reactant here? Which one's the limiting reactant? Put it in the chat here if you haven't put it in the chat. Oh, not as many boards. Not as many boards as I hoped here. So let's walk through this one. First, we need to balance it. So here we've got 2, 9, 6, 6. All right, we balanced that last round. So if you recorded that, whether it on Class Kick or somewhere, because remember, these are problems you're going to be doing kind of on Class Kick, then you should have this balance. Now, step one of finding the limiting reactant, we're going to take what we have in the word problem, and we're going to put it on top. So we have, oh, I keep picking the wrong one here. Here, let's go green. 7 moles of O2, so that's going to go up here. 4 moles of C3H6, that's step 1. Step 2, we divide and pick the lower number. 4 divided by 2, that's 2. 7 divided by 9, that's 0.77, like repeating. This is the smaller number. Oxygen is our limiting reactant. Okay, we picked the smaller number. So number 1, take from the problem, put it on top, divide, and pick the lower number. Now, bonus question Monday. I didn't ask this, but if I asked for how much CO2 was made, can anyone walk me through what's the last step here to find out how much carbon dioxide is going to be made if I have 7 moles of oxygen and 4 moles of C3H6? Yes. Good. I'm going to take this limiting reactant number right here, 0.77 repeating or 0.78, depending on how you round it here. And I'm going to multiply it by the coefficient. So I do 6 times this number. That's going to tell me how much carbon dioxide is made. That's step 3. Okay, so if we jump to Class Kick here, here's this problem right here. Okay, we can have it balanced. Okay, we have 4 moles of C3H6 in excess of oxygen. Wait a second. That's not a number. What does that mean? What does it mean to have excess of something? Yeah. Yeah, I have plenty of oxygen. I'm not running out of it, so it can't be my limiting reactant. I have extra, okay? So it's definitely not oxygen here. That tells me right away this is my limiting reactant. So I have to divide which we kind of already did. Look right here, 4 divided by 2, that gives me 2. And then I got to take that number and I got to multiply it by the coefficient here, find out how much carbon dioxide is made. And I got to multiply it by this coefficient here to find out how much water is made. So right now, you could probably pretty much finish up question 2 if you're paying close attention here. All right, so that was question 1. So now, person who named the second most brands of shoes, you're up next. I'm going to give you an equation. You're going to have to balance and find the limiting reactant. Oopsies. Got my blank. Okay, so there's the equation. Blank Zn plus blank HCl, arrow blank ZnCl2 plus blank H2. And we have 6 moles of Zn and 6 moles of HCl. Find the limiting reactant. Ready, go. First, balance it. Think about what we did for the last round to find the limiting reactant. Limiting reactant, 2-step process. Ten seconds. Time! Show me your boards. Put it in the chat. Which one's the limiting reactant here? Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. All right, here we go. Balancing. We got ourselves a 1, 2, 1, 1. All right, so we got it balanced. Now, to find the limiting reactant, 2-step process. 6 moles of Zn, I'm going to put that number on top. 6 moles of HCl, I'm going to put that number on top. Step 2, divide and pick the lower number. 6 divided by 1 is 6. There we go. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 is smaller than 6. That's my limiting reactant right there, HCl. Bonus question, what if I wanted to find out how much hydrogen I could make? How much hydrogen could I make here? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Yeah. If I use the periodic table, that can tell me how many grams. I'm just looking for how many moles of hydrogen I could do. Yeah. Yeah, I would take 3 times 1 here, and that would give me 3 moles of hydrogen. And then if I was getting super, super tricky, I could say, how many grams would that be? And then you would need the periodic table in a triangle. All right, but we don't need to do that. I just asked for how many moles there. Good, 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 good. All right, last person here. Ooh, apparently struggled with shoe brands. That's okay. I could probably name 2. All right, here's the last one. Here's the equation you have to balance. You have 6 moles of hydrogen and 1.5 moles of nitrogen. Find the limiting reactant. Six seconds. Time. All right, let's see. Show me your board. Show me your board. See what you got. See what you got. Good, 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 good. All right, here we go. Let's balance. Balance here. We got, let's see, what do I have? 1, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2. And then to find the limiting reactant, 2 steps. 6 over the H, 1.5 over N. Step 2, divide and pick the lower number. Here we got 1.5. Here we got 2. This is the lower number. N2 is the limiting reactant. How much NH3 could I make? How would I figure that out? Yes. Yep, 1.5 times 2. That would give me, that's a weird X, but oh well. That's 3 moles. 3 moles of NH3. All right, if you're paying close attention, you probably have about half of this done. Okay, a couple things. So It depends. When you're finding a limiting reactant, it depends on how much you have for each. So in this chart here, when I start doing charts, I have 2 moles of zinc and extra of HCl. Boom, right away, that should tell you which one is the limiting reactant. Okay, you still need to find out how much you're going to make of each product by taking that number and multiplying by the coefficients there after you balance it. All right, so that's what we're doing for pages 1 and 2. Okay, a couple of them you might have to balance that we haven't gone through yet. And one other thing, sketch a molecular model below for the last row. What I'm looking for there is, let me do it right here. I'm looking for a picture. So if I have 3 moles of Zn, let me just say Zns are squares. I've got 3 of them, and I could even put Zn in there if I wanted to. Okay, plus I have HCl, and I have 4 of them. Well, an H we'll say is a circle, and a Cl we'll say is a triangle. And I have 4 of them. Okay, it progressively got worse as I was drawing. Okay, then, okay, we need to figure out which one was the limiting reactant and how much we make of each of these. So how many ZnCl2s can I make? Well, a Zn is a square and a Cl is a triangle, so I have 2 triangles coming off this. Okay, how many of those can I make? Plus, how many H2s? Those are 2 circles can I make? And you might have some leftovers kind of at the end. You might have some of these things that you aren't able to use because you ran out of it first. Okay? That's what I'm looking for the picture. All right, I'm going to give you guys time. You have about an hour left of class to do pages 1 and 2. And then before you go to page 3, I'll even put a link on there for you. There's a Google form that has some questions about limiting reactants. Okay, it's a Google form. First, they start off with a car, building a car, and it has certain parts on it. Just like a reaction, you require certain amounts of certain parts. And you got to figure out if we have certain amount of each part, which one is going to run out the first. Okay, so like which one's your limiting reactant here. And then they'll eventually go into molecules here. So I want you to complete that form. Don't forget, okay, common thing students are forgetting. Anytime you do a Google form, you got to take a screenshot of your score at the end and submit it to Canvas. Otherwise, they don't talk. They don't talk, and I got to search through 90 names to find out what you scored on there. If you screenshot it, boom, it's right there for me. I can get that in right away. Okay, so let's do this. Pages 1 and 2, I'll put a link at the bottom to take you to the form, and then I'll check in with you guys in probably 20 to 30-ish minutes, see where you guys are at. If you complete those 2 things, feel free to jump to pages 3 and 4 on Class Kick. And if we don't quite, I think we'll get to those today. But we'll see where you guys are at in about 20 to 30 minutes. All right? You guys have work time. Get started. Go! All right, let's see. Let me put a link in there. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Here you go. Okay, copy. 2. I'll be right there. that link is there now for us. Good. Don't need that. Yes. This is smaller. Yeah, so we picked the smaller number. That's so let me replace formula. So would you have to do a little bit more? Oh, I totally forgot to pick up markers. I'll go around and collect the markers now. Yes.
Can I use your marker?
Yeah. Yeah, if you fill out the pass, I'll sign it for you. Yep. If it says excess, right away it tells you that this is your limiting. Because this is extra, so it'd just be like infinity divided by 3. So this would be 3, and then you 3 times 2 gets 6. So anytime it's excess, it automatically tells you that other one is your limiting, and then you use that factor to multiply through.
Okay.
Let's check this one. 4 divided by 1, 8 divided by 3, so this one's smaller.
Yeah, this times 2.
Yep.
And then. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Did they already?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, yeah, so once they finish pages 1 and 2, and there should be a link for them to go to the Google form before they do page 3. All right, quick update. Just going around and checking here. It looks like many of you have jumped onto the Google form, but I think the first 2 pages took a little bit longer than what I expected. That's okay. It looks like you guys are working hard here. So what I anticipate doing here, pages 3 and 4, I might bump those to Wednesday. Okay, and I'll create a video of me walking through it, but it's a web quest introducing a new idea. So you're just gonna, oh, I gotta make those clickable. I can do that. All right, I'll make a video of me walking through this, and then on Wednesday, I'll edit this here. On Wednesday, we'll do pages 3 and 4. So I'll bump that. So what I need from you today is I need you to complete the Google form and to submit pages 1 and 2. Okay, 1 and 2 in the Google form. So virtual students, if you got that, pages 1 and 2 and the Google form, you guys can head out then, because the rest of the time will be work time for students to complete that. And then Wednesday, I'll make a video. We'll do pages 3 and 4. I'll bump that to a new assignment with new links and things for Wednesday. So thanks for being here, but you guys can head out if you're ready to go.